One of the most coveted, mysterious, and appealing men out there is the so-called Sigma male. And you must realize that humans have been looking for something virtually since the dawn of civilization. This endeavor aims to reveal our true selves. And in the same way that the video game character you select defines the talents and abilities you have at the beginning of the game, you may fully utilize both your skills and your shortcomings when you identify as the archetype of the man you are in real life. Also, this is crucial for those of you who want to attract girls' attention. But it's also crucial for those of us who just want to play. You must understand that alpha, omega, beta, sigma, and other symbols are simply what you may refer to as archetypes. They therefore serve to simplify a group of personality qualities for a certain type of guy. Now, a lot of us try to have the alpha male's characteristics. But the truth is that their personality is more suited to that of the sigma. Depending on the circumstances, each of us can play just about any archetype at any given time. But every one of us has a certain archetype with which we naturally identify more than the others. Now many men find that when they are alone with 2 to 3 girls, and there are no other men in the group, the alpha and the sigma archetypes come more effortlessly to them. Always remember that we are not solely defined by a single archetype, and that the archetype we choose to embody will rely on dynamic shifts in our social environment, and on factors like who is in our immediate vicinity. This brings us to point number 1, the first indication that you might be a sigma guy without even realizing it. The lone wolf mentality is the defining characteristic that distinguishes the sigma from the alpha, omega, and all other male archetypes. So, if you're a guy who often considers himself to be a lone wolf, you prefer being alone yourself, and you mostly enjoy doing things on your own, you might be more of a sigma than you ever realized. Men who identify as sigma male don't depend on other people all that much. They don't care about using social media to share their private lives with the world. And to be completely honest, some individuals may even describe them as loners. However, the stigma takes inner strength from not needing the social affirmation that others are continually seeking, rather than viewing this, doing your own thing, as some form of weakness. And many girls find this degree of freedom to be tremendously attractive. The second indication that a man may genuinely be a sigma male is next. And it's the power to command a room. Although this is where things become a little hazy. You may be thinking, I thought only the alpha men control a room, at this point. But in reality, the sigma and the alpha can both pretty much take over whatever space they enter. They just go about it in different ways. Alphas are noted for adopting loud, direct behavior to dominate whatever situation they enter. However, the sigma uses a subtle, enigmatic form of energy to accomplish the same feat. Once more, the sigma is able to capitalize on his inclination to keep to himself and exude an air of confidence and mystery to those around him. People in the room are examining the alpha and the sigma and pondering why the sigma has almost as much influence over the environment as the alpha. And soon they'll understand that it's the mystery about him that attracts people to him so strongly. Keep in mind that being extremely reserved and staying to yourself without projecting confidence amounts to being a weirdo in this situation. The fine line the sigma treads is this enigmatic, confident attitude. And remaining quiet without confidence will classify you as one of those strange men. The final indication, or self-sufficiency that a man can be a covert sigma male and not even be aware of it, is being discussed. The ability to be self-sufficient is something that sets the sigma male apart and enables him to compete with the alpha. Women in particular find a man who doesn't really require anything from anyone alluring incredibly attractive because the majority of undesirable behaviors displayed by guys are actually motivated by need. This can be a circumstance when there is an excessive need for attention, affirmation, or even simple needs, like wanting someone to take care of your clothes. Therefore, there's a fair likelihood that you guys who still have your mothers doing your washing might not be the best candidates for the position of Sigma architect. Even guys find it much simpler to respect other men who are self-sufficient since independence is so alluring. Because the Sigma will have your back if you find yourself in a challenging scenario in life, and you won't have to direct him in how to go. And I'm not trying to impress anyone with this entire I don't care attitude. They become even more alluring due to their attitude. The Sigma is the guy who isn't always in trouble, but doesn't mind going beyond what society considers to be acceptable behavior. It is this exact mentality that distinguishes the Sigma from other men and enables him to truly stand out and be different, while most other people play the role of the sheep and merely follow what everyone else does or is told to do. A Sigma is essentially an introverted alpha at its core. He shares many of the same qualities as alphas, such as inner strength and confidence. But he also exhibits these qualities in a quiet, mysterious manner, rather than in a direct, loud manner. Now, choosing the archetype that most closely resembles your personality can help you win many situations in real life by playing to your strengths rather than your shortcomings, much like how picking the appropriate character class can help you win a video game. You need to realize that every one of us possesses a certain archetype that we identify with more strongly than any other. We can more effectively play to this archetype if we are aware of it and understand it, and generally, play up our own strengths without drawing attention to our individual deficiencies. One of the strongest, rarest, and most appealing archetypes, without a doubt, is definitely what you would call the Sigma. Now, a lot of you will relate to this specific archetype, and a lot of you won't. But just like in a video game, if you want to have the best chance of succeeding, you need to know which specific archetype you most closely resemble, and figure out how to play to that in a way that enhances the abilities and strengths you already possess as a person, that you have acquired since the time of your birth and throughout the experiences you have had in your life. These are the top 5 indicators that you might be a Sigma guy, one of the most uncommon subsets of men. Having said that, until next time, thank you for viewing.